How's it going, everybody? I am the Texas Man. I hope you guys are all having a spectacular day. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up if you guys really enjoy it. Subscribe if you haven't already. And also make sure you guys hit that bell notification button so you guys don't miss out on a single video coming out in the future here on the Texas Man channel. With that, we are going to be talking about Sonic the Hedgehog, the 2020 film starring Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik, aka Dr. Eggman. Um, so before we start talking about it, I want to let you guys know there are not going to be any spoilers in here, so there's no spoilers. If you guys want to talk about spoilers, there's the comment section. So warning you right now, if you guys want to talk about spoilers, it's all going to be in the comment section of this video. So we'll talk about spoilers and stuff that happened in the film that's major important plot lines and stuff down there. So if you want to avoid spoilers, avoid the comment section on this video. But if you don't care, go ahead and check it out and tell me what you guys thought of it down in the comment section below. We'll talk about spoilers and what you guys thought of it. Do you guys agree or disagree with what I'm about to say here in this video? I know this video is kind of delayed. I've had some family from in and out of town for the past couple days, so making videos has kind of been pushed to the side, but I did want to get this out as soon as possible. So as always, we're going to talk about positives and negatives and then give you guys my final review score. So first of all, this movie is about an hour and 40 minutes long, and I want to say off the bat, for the first positive point I want to talk about, this is by far the best video game to movie ever made. This is better than all the Mortal Kombat films that we've gotten. This is better than Mario. This is better than Detective Pikachu, which we got out a year or so ago. This is the best video game movie. They listened to the fans and they changed the CGI design for Sonic, and it was so worth the film being delayed from a 2019 release to a 2020 release. They did a complete 180 on the redesign on Sonic. And Sonic, I'm happy to confirm, looks like an actual hedgehog. Sonic does not look like a tall blue person wearing a cat costume. Because if you've seen the original trailer for Sonic the Hedgehog, the very first one that came out on the internet, oh my gosh, that was horrendous to look at, okay? But they changed the design. It actually looks like Sonic from the video games, and it's really good. Second thing, you do not need to have any knowledge whatsoever of the Sonic video games to enjoy this film. Honestly, if you're going to go see this movie, you're seeing it because you've played the video games, you know about Sonic and the whole Sonic universe. But I can report that if you have no idea about what Sonic is or anything about his backstory, villains, and stuff like that, you're still going to be able to go into this film and enjoy it because they kind of modernized it where they do keep it very close and centered to what the video games are about. But they did change a couple things, which is okay. And I understand that. So keep that in mind. If like, oh, I don't want to go see Sonic because it's based on a video game and I don't know anything about Sonic, I'm not going to enjoy it. You'll enjoy it, promise you. 95% of the jokes were extremely funny, and honestly, they're going to create memes on the internet if they haven't already. This is a Sonic the Hedgehog movie, and it's all about going really fast. So there's tons of references to Fast and the Furious and other speed films. Literally, there's a Keanu Reeves special. Um, let's talk about Jim Carrey as Eggman. Uh, Great casting of Jim Carrey being Eggman, but when we get into the negatives, there's something about what they decided to do with the Eggman character that drove me up the wall. But good acting from Jim Carrey's perspective, and I'm happy that he got cast in that role. And I'm really hoping that if they end up doing a sequel, that he'll return. This is a really good film. It's a great story about learning about friendship defending your home, leaving home, with great power comes great responsibility trope, and a lot more. Honestly, I am really stoked to buy this film day one when it releases on Blu-ray, 100%. Um, this is just a good film. Had a lot of good dialogue. It wasn't like just written out a script and someone's reading it from a paper. It was authentic and it was really cool. I also highly encourage you guys, once the movie ends, stay. There is two mid-credit scenes. So there's one where the movie ends and immediately there's an end credit scene showing you something about Dr. Eggman, and then uh, about a minute or so into the credits, there is another mid-credit scene, and it teases possible future films if they decide to do like a Sega or a Sonic Universe kind of thing. A character shows up from the Sonic video game, so I won't spoil who it is. Just watch the movie, you'll enjoy it. But they do tease future films if this movie makes enough money to warrant more films in this universe that they've established. So make sure you guys check out those films. There's nothing at the very end, so there's only two mid-credit scenes. There's nothing at the end. Don't waste your time watching all the credits unless you so desire to. But just want to let you guys know, check those out. For negatives, honestly, this film was rated PG. I think it should have been rated PG-13 because there is a SOB bomb towards the end of the film. So, in my honest opinion, that should classify the film as being PG-13, not PG. But I guess they were able to get rid of it because Hollywood keeps changing their rating scores constantly. I mean, there's a lot of films that are rated PG-13 that I think should be rated R, but whatever. Um, Honestly, in this film, I wasn't scared of any of the characters dying. I mean, the characters are constant death-like situations, and I just didn't feel any tension. I'm like, I know you're gonna live. Oh, I know you're gonna live. I'm not scared because I know based on the trailer, unfortunately, that you have to be in that scene in the next 10 to 20 minutes. So yeah, you're not gonna die. Um, in this film, characters constantly will say that they're going to do something, and they end up never doing it at all in the film. And it really was weird. Also, there's this time where Sonic and crew basically they end up getting labeled as terrorists, and they're able to just walk around completely free in the public openly, and no one tries to stop them from walking into buildings, just walking around in public. No cops are after them. The FBI isn't chasing them. The only threat in this film, even with the terrorist wanted list hanging over their shoulders, the only threat is Dr. Eggman with his drone army going after them. And I'm like, I feel like that was supposed to create tension, but it doesn't. So, yeah. Um, Eggman. At times, I felt like Eggman was constantly flipping back and forth from being an evil Dr. Eggman for like from the video games back to an idiot scientist. Like there's one scene and you've seen this in the trailer where Jim Carrey playing Dr. Eggman, he's dancing and having a good time to music, and all of a sudden he changes completely 180 and he just becomes a real jerk to his right hand man. And I'm like, I wasn't sure if I was supposed to be afraid of Dr. Eggman or being sympathetic in the fact that he's just a scientist wanting to kill Sonic and dissect him and learn about how he's so fast and learn what makes him tick. And I was like, he's supposed to be Dr. Eggman. He's supposed to be a villain. And I'm just like, I couldn't get behind 100% that Eggman was a bad guy. I just couldn't get behind it because they kept doing stupid stuff. So, there are going to be a couple scenes if you end up watching this film that are going to feel like filler. There's several scenes in the film, and it just felt like they put it in there to extend the runtime. So, yeah. Overall, Sonic the Hedgehog, the 2020 film, is an amazing film. Best video game adaptation ever. And I highly encourage you guys, go watch the movie. go support it with your hard-earned cash. Um, yeah, that's going to do it for me, guys. So, with that, I'm going to give the film a 9 out of 10. With that, guys, you guys all have an amazing day. I'll see you guys in the next video. And also, make sure you guys do some reconnaissance. Bye!